You are not broken, but you have been lied to. Everything you have been taught about speaking English is a trap designed to keep you completely silent. Today, I am exposing the one secret that will finally set your voice free. Have you ever felt like a prisoner inside your own mind? You sit in a room, people are laughing, talking, connecting in English, and you are completely silent. You know the words, you understand every single sentence, but your mouth feels like it is glued shut. You are trapped in the quiet agony of knowing exactly what to say, but being terrified to say it. This silent struggle is quietly destroying your confidence, and if you do not fix it, you will spend the rest of your life watching other people live the life you want. Welcome back to Glaze English. I am here to walk this journey with you. If you are ready to finally break out of that prison and want to support this channel so we can keep making these life-changing videos, please hit that subscribe button right now. Let us look at the painful truth together. Why are you still silent? Most learners fall into a massive hidden trap. It is the trap of waiting. You tell yourself a very convincing lie. You say, "I will speak when my grammar is perfect," or "I will speak when I feel confident." As someone who has fought this exact same battle, I have to tell you the harsh reality. Waiting for perfection is a poison. When you wait to be perfect, you do not start. And when you do not start, you make zero progress. This creates a dark, heavy cycle. You wait, you stay quiet, your skills freeze, and your fear only grows bigger every single day. We suffer so much more in our imagination than in reality. You imagine people judging you, laughing at your mistakes, but speaking is not the final prize for being perfect. Speaking is the messy, broken, beautiful process that actually makes you better. Let me share a story about a girl named Emma. Emma was just like you. She watched endless videos, understood everything, but never spoke. She was paralyzed by the thought of sounding foolish. One day, she was forced to do something radical. Her task was not to have a big conversation, but to say just one simple sentence out loud. Terrified, with a shaking voice, she said, "I am learning English." That was it. The next day, she said 2 sentences. She made mistakes. Her grammar was wrong, but something magical happened. She was no longer silent. She chose courage over correctness. That small, imperfect step shattered her fear. You do not need perfect English to begin. You just need the courage to start small today. Now that you have found the courage to break your silence, we need to talk about why your mouth often refuses to follow your brain. I want you to think about how you usually learn English. You read, you listen, you memorize grammar rules. You are treating English like a history lesson when you should be treating it like a physical sport. The painful truth is that understanding a language is a mental skill, but speaking it is a strictly physical action. Your mind knows the right words, but your tongue, your lips, and your vocal cords have no idea how to move to make those foreign sounds. It is exactly like reading a book about how to swim and then jumping into the deep end of the pool. You will panic. Why? Because your muscles have no real training. You have felt that terrible frustration when you think, "I know this word, but I cannot say it out loud fast enough." That is not a memory problem at all. That is a muscle problem. To fix this disconnect, you must train the physical engine of your fluency. This is where listening and copying become your greatest weapons. Think of how a baby learns a first language. They do not study books. They listen closely and copy the sounds over and over again. I knew a guy named Oliver who struggled deeply with this issue. He tried to speak, but people always asked him to repeat himself. His English sounded robotic and unnatural. It completely crushed his confidence. Then, he changed his strategy to something called shadowing. He stopped trying to build his own sentences and started listening to short audio clips of native speakers. He would listen to just one simple sentence, pause the audio, and force his mouth to repeat the exact same sound, rhythm, and tone. At first, his mouth felt heavy and clumsy, like it was fighting him. But he kept repeating it. Listen, pause, copy. Slowly, his pronunciation smoothed out. His facial muscles learned the natural dance of spoken English. You cannot sound natural if your physical body is not trained to make those specific sounds. You must treat your daily practice like a workout for your voice. But even if your muscles are finely trained, you will still freeze if your brain is secretly acting as an exhausted, overworked translator. We need to talk about the dangerous invisible wall that kills your fluency right in the middle of a sentence. It is the translation trap. I remember the mental heavy lifting I used to do. Someone would ask a question, and instantly my brain would panic. I would hear the English, translate it into my native language, think of my answer, find the English words one by one, fix the grammar rules, and then finally try to speak. By the time I opened my mouth, the conversation was already gone. Translating is not true communicating. It is exhausting, heavy mental labor. You must stop translating and start thinking directly in English. I know that sounds completely impossible right now. Your mind will desperately want to go back to the safe, comfortable language you already know. But you have to push through it by starting small. Look around your room right now. Just look at an object and tell your brain, chair, window, table. Give yourself simple labels. Think, I am walking. I am opening the door. It feels silly at first, but day after day, this simple habit rewires your brain. You skip the translating step entirely, and your speaking becomes incredibly fast. To make this shift easier, you have to completely change what you memorize. Stop learning single, lonely words. I had a friend named Ava who memorized huge lists of single words every night. She knew thousands of difficult words, but when she actually spoke, she sounded like a broken machine, saying things like, I go market now. Single words are just loose pieces, but phrases are pre-built Lego blocks. When you learn complete phrases like, I am going to the market, or I am thinking about it, you do not have to worry about the grammar at all. The rules are already built right inside the phrase. You just pull the whole block from your memory and use it naturally. It takes away all the terrible stress of building a sentence from zero. Start feeding your brain real phrases instead of single words, and watch how quickly your English starts to flow without thinking. Once you have those pre-built phrases ready in your mind, the only way to make them stay there permanently is through the quiet, unglamorous power of daily consistency. I have watched so many learners start their journey with massive, burning energy, only to give up a week later. They feel a sudden burst of motivation, study for 5 exhausting hours on a Sunday, and then do absolutely nothing until the next weekend. This is a fatal mistake because human memory simply does not work that way. The truth no one wants to hear is that fluency does not come from intense, painful study sessions. It comes from small, boring, incredibly consistent daily actions. It is the compound effect in motion. 20 minutes of daily practice is infinitely more powerful than 5 hours of panic studying once a week. I watched a guy named Ethan learn this exact lesson the hard way. Ethan was desperate to speak perfectly, pushing himself to study late into the night until his brain actually hurt. He would do this for 3 days, burn out completely, and avoid English for 2 weeks. He felt completely defeated, telling himself he was just not smart enough. I told him his problem was not his brain, it was his strategy. He changed his rule to just 20 minutes a day, no matter how tired he was. No heavy pressure, just a quick daily connection. Within a month, the change was unbelievable. Because he touched the language every single day, his brain stopped forgetting. But what should you do in those 20 minutes? You must step out of your safe, quiet bedroom and use English in real life. Practicing alone is comfortable, but real growth happens when you face the unpredictable nature of real conversations. You have to learn smart vocabulary, the simple words you actually need to survive your day, and ignore the complicated words you will never use. Take those 20 minutes and go order a coffee in English, ask a stranger for directions, or leave a voice note for a friend. At first, your heart will beat fast and your hands will sweat. But as you force yourself into these small, real situations every single day, your reactions will get faster. The fear will melt away, replaced by deep, steady confidence. When you survive those real, terrifying situations every day, you unlock the final secret of this entire journey. Confidence is the reward you get after you speak, not the feeling you need before you start. So many of us wait on the sidelines of life, hoping that one morning we will wake up feeling brave enough to finally open our mouths. But true courage is built in the fire of taking action. You have to accept that your spoken English will be messy and imperfect, and you must focus entirely on what is within your control, your own daily effort, rather than the temporary judgments of other people. Once you break through that initial fear, you must make a deep promise to yourself to never walk away. English is not a temporary school subject that you pass and then leave behind. It is a living, breathing part of who you are now. If you stop using it, it will slowly slip away into silence. Do not treat this language like a painful, stressful task on your daily schedule. Make it a natural, unbreakable part of your everyday existence. Think in English while you are walking. Listen to a conversation while you are working, and embrace the quiet discipline of daily learning. True fluency is not a final destination you suddenly arrive at. It is a lifelong habit you choose to live by. Look back at all the times you wanted to give up and realize that you are still here, still fighting to finally find your voice. You do not need a massive vocabulary or flawless grammar. You just need to keep moving forward without stopping. Make English your permanent lifestyle today. If you are truly serious about changing your future and mastering this language, stay with me on this path. We are building something real here, so subscribe to the channel, share this with someone who is still afraid to speak, and let us keep growing together. We have traveled through a deeply personal journey today, from the quiet prison of your mind to the freedom of living your life in English. You know now that your silence is not a lack of intelligence. It is simply a wall of fear built by the illusion of perfection. You have learned that your mouth needs physical training just as much as your brain needs vocabulary. You understand that translating inside your head is a heavy weight, and thinking in simple, pre-built phrases is the secret to natural speed. Most importantly, you have seen that exhausting study sessions will never beat the unstoppable power of 20 minutes of daily practice. Fluency is not a massive mountain you conquer in one day. It is a steady walk you take every morning. The profound lesson hidden inside this journey goes far beyond learning a language. It is a lesson about human courage. We constantly delay our dreams because we are terrified of looking foolish in front of others. But the true tragedy of life is not making a mistake. It is remaining completely invisible because you were too afraid to try. To apply this to your life today, stop waiting for the perfect sentence or the perfect moment. Give yourself absolute permission to be messy, to be a beginner, and to speak with a broken voice until it finally becomes strong. Let your confidence grow naturally from your daily actions, not from hiding in the shadows. Now, I want to hear directly from you. What is the one biggest fear that has stopped you from speaking English in the past? Please leave a comment below and share your thoughts, because your honest experience might be exactly what someone else needs to read today to find their own courage. Finally, if this video helped you find your voice, please subscribe to Glaze English to support the channel. Your support gives us the deep motivation to keep creating these meaningful lessons for you. Thank you for walking this path with me, and I will see you next time.